I did a video on a 2023 Ram 3500 with air suspension, and this is going to be a 2023 Ram 2500 with air suspension. Most people know this. If you get a 3/4 ton Ram like this, you do get coiled springs out back. However, if you get the air suspension, they replace those coils with an airbag. Now, it's not the same for the 1 ton. On the Ram 3500s, you do get the leaves. It's a different design for the leaf pack, and you get an airbag with that system too. So it is a better performing system if you are like driving unloaded, but when you hook up a trailer like I have here, it does help it to lift back up. So we're gonna pretty much go through this truck here. I don't have the weight down on the truck yet, but we are gonna lower it down. And you guys can see right here, there's the airbag. Now the system works a lot better on the 3/4 tons, and I'm gonna demonstrate why, but special shout out to Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. This truck is available, and I think it's a great setup for someone who's probably going to be looking to tow a trailer similar to mine. Let's get into it. Now, because this is a new truck, obviously we can't tow with it, but I want to show you guys just some of the numbers if you are looking to tow. So this does have a 6,000 pound gross axle weight rating up front, 6,040 pound out back, 10,000 pound GWR. And all-in payload is 1,797 pounds. So some of the towing features on this truck are going to be within the mirrors, within this screen, and obviously this screen. So we won't take too much time because if you watch the last video, it's pretty similar. The only exception to that rule is this one does have the full digital gauge cluster. Now you do have a towing menu on here. Oh, actually, I did plug in my 7-pin. So it's asking me for the blind spot alert. So it's asking me, is it gooseneck or conventional? So I'm gonna hit conventional, and this will work up to 30 feet of trailer. So you can see it right there. And in the last video, I forgot to show you guys the mirrors, and I completely forgot about it. So here it is on both sides. One thing that Ram changed for 2023 is the layout for the controls for the mirrors. Now, the cabin chassis is going to be different from this truck, so just keep that in mind. So if you want to push the mirrors out for tow mode, as I call it, you push this button right here, and then you just use the left and right arrow. So here you go. You ready for this? And it does it on both sides, okay? So on this side, you can see it moving. Isn't that pretty cool? And now, you push that button again, and you're gonna use basically the left and right arrows here to pretty much control the glass, so that way you can get it nice and positioned well for you. So these mirrors definitely make a difference when you put them in tow mode. Now, what's cool about this truck is you can actually control the convex. So if you push left or right, it'll let you know which one you can pretty much control. So you can see that right there. This is pretty old. They did this back in 2019, and this is such a great function. They're the only manufacturer that does this. But yeah, there it is. I have the mirrors pretty much where I want them at. Very easy. You also have lights and everything. Like you have a light there for a backup camera if you're backing up at night. Something else that they added, they do have these cameras on the back of the mirror here. You can see it right there. And watch what happens when I push this button. So you can see I'm waving right there, and it's the same thing that goes on that side too. So if you push the mirrors back out, there you go. So I like this camera view too. This is almost as good as having the signal and it come up on the screen here. So this is a really useful thing. Now this is the menu for the gauge cluster for towing, and there's 2 prompts. So you have one for miles and then one for your trailer brake. You can see it does work with the brakes for the truck too, and this is how you control that trailer brake. This one does have a trailer steering function, and here's how you control that air suspension. Tow haul mode is right here, and exhaust brake. Now let's just quickly go through this. I'm not going to spend too much time. You can set your trailer up through this system. You go down the trailer, which is right here, and you can just pretty much set up the trailer that you want. Light electric is going to be anything under 10,000 pounds, and heavy electric is 10,000 plus. So obviously backup camera, and you do have lights for your conventional hitch as well. So you do have a camera input here for the rear view mirror. So if you want to put a camera on the back of your trailer, that's what that's for. This is a 12-pin connector. It's just another video input for any cameras that you may have. Class 5 receiving hitch down below. And I think that's pretty much all I want to show you guys. So let me go ahead and set up my camera. That way you guys can see the squat for this truck. Just want to show you that this truck did not have any fifth wheel prep package, which is probably not a bad thing. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera right here, and I'm gonna lower the weight down. So what I'll do is, you guys will be able to see the system work better on this truck versus the 3500. This is about 1,000 pounds of hitch weight going to be dropping down. And I don't normally measure for these because it does kind of fluctuate, but I will give you guys some measurements if you want to see it, okay? A Ram with squat looks so stinking good, especially a white truck. Man, it looks so good. So it's definitely squatting a good bit, guys. Good bit. And all I have to do is hit a button inside this truck. That's why this setup is such a good one. It's hard to beat a Ram in this segment because of this one system. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, the system's not reliable. I was told that the airbags on the Rams use nitrogen air. So when you think about it, it is a closed system. So that air shouldn't fluctuate that much when the temperatures do drop. So you should have a pretty reliable system overall. I've never heard of anyone having an issue with this system, and I've met quite a few guys who have owned these trucks and have said that they've had good success overall with it. So I just got a measurement. It's gonna be 39 3/8. And I'm gonna put the camera back down. I'm gonna start the truck up. The reason why I have the truck off is because if it was on, the system would just automatically lift it back up. So I'd rather keep the truck off so you guys can see the squat. And now you're gonna see it lift back up. So I'm gonna put the camera down again, and you should be able to see it happen. And I'll use a time lapse just in case it's hard to see. I pushed no buttons inside the truck, by the way. It just automatically did, as I said, guys. So I'm gonna put the camera out back here, and let me see what happens when I push the alternate trailer height, okay? But yeah, that is a really cool system. Now I'm going to show you guys one last thing. I'm going to show you guys the bed lowering for the unhitching of your truck. So what I'll do is, here, let me do this. Let me drop my trailer back. And then what you guys will see is you're going to see basically the truck lower to get from under this, okay? So that should be good right there. That's probably one of the coolest functions with the Ram 2500. It doesn't work as good with the 3500. I'll be honest with you guys. I can't tell a difference when it does anything. So you can clearly see with this truck. I didn't watch the footage, but I can clearly tell that it's a little bit different. Now there is a little bit of finagling you have to do when you're buying this truck. This system becomes easier because you'll have to kind of work through some of the trial and error, like how to set up your trailer so that way it will drop below the tongue, things like that. Now let's just go through some of the cameras, and that'll pretty much end the video. The last truck I did a review on did not have the 360 camera, so this is going to be good for those who might be using the system. So you can go there from this button here or just hit camera. So they do have trailer. You can do favorite. So This makes it a little bit easier to use this. So for example, if you want to have your cargo camera, oh, you really have to hit that star to get it to go there, but there it is. And for trailer, they have the trailer reverse guidance, so you can angle the camera a little bit there just to get a better view if you're backing the trailer up. That's what this is really used for. And you can click more cams. So they have cams down here, top plus front. So they have the bird's eye and then frontal, and you can do the rear the same. They also have one for the backup, and you can zoom into the coupler as well. This should show you if you clear it. It's not really that clear though, honestly. Here, let me pull the emergency brake. But yeah, you can't really tell, unfortunately, once you do that. But like I said, there's a lot of great camera views here. They have rear cross path alert. They have auxiliary cameras that you can hook up, that 12 pin, that's what this is for. Auxiliary 1, auxiliary 2. And that is pretty much it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. I have a lot of fun doing videos like this, and hopefully in the future I'll be able to find these trucks that I can tow with. That way you guys can get a really good idea of how the system works on the road, things like that. But special shout out to Larry H. Miller in Sandy, Utah for allowing me to do this test. And yeah, be sure to check out the inventory, guys. They have some great trucks here, and this is one that's for sale. See you guys in the next video. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a review on this truck in the future, so I figured I'll just show you the window sticker now. Here's the base price, and this is all the standard equipment. And here's all the options, destinations right there, with a total price of $99,310.